Hello and welcome to Voices of Angola. Today we feature the uniqueness of Aminata Goubel, better known as Mama Africa, a former actress, respected journalist and diligent international cultural activist. Join us as we witness the life of one of Angola's most influential and respected women.
Mama Africa welcomes us into her home, the Casa Museu, a seaside wonderland for lovers of Angolan culture and much more. The masks, the art, the instruments. Ambience with an alchemy she carefully and lovingly constructed.
People are here to look. Is it a hotel? Is it a restaurant? Is it a house? This lady is crazy. Come on, you can come visit. It's Mama Africa. I drink and pass on culture every day of my life. I don't know how to live without it.
It's a living and breathing Casa Museu, highlighting Angolan and African culture.
I have a cause. The cause is Africa, an Africanity, a better Africa, a happy Africa, an Africa where there's no war, no hunger, an Africa where you can see the beauty of the child's eyes, the happy smile, the woman's eyes, with her traditional clothes, her natural hair.
It's all in the family, including her mother, Angola's famous cook known as Mama Cuiba, whom Euronews highlighted in a previous episode. And her daughter, who works for an energy company.
I grew up with my mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and was involved in the culture where the women in my family had that power. I grew up loving and wanting to be a woman who would preserve her Africanness, her Angolanness.
That Angolanness is embraced by her daughter, even with her corporate job.
What I can do is to show the young people, my generation, or the younger generation that comes after me, that it's possible to be African, to look African, to have African hair, and to wear African clothes and still be young, and still be a singer, still be a doctor. You can be anything and still look African.
One essential ingredient to Mama Africa's Casa Museu, making people feel at home.
She has a ritual that you have to play the drums before you come in. You take your shoes off. So, yeah, it's a really good experience, and I get to be really happy when I take my friends around.
After 4 decades as a journalist, Mama Africa still plies her trade for the national radio. Here she visits and interviews Angolan artist Francisco Vanduno.
For me, she embodies the concept that the journalist is not while working. The journalist is a journalist every day. I would define her as someone who lives her daily life a way of defending and showing what the African continent is to the world.
The interview's a wrap, and it's off to Radio Nacional de Angola to do the edit.
She ends up being a defender of what has to do with our national identity. Therefore, it's a question of affirmation and identity that she manifests through her writing, her work on the radio, and we cannot forget that Angola is a country where radio has a lot of influence.
Thus, the importance of Casa Museu as a place of solace for all generations.
It's a very strong spiritual house. First, because we are next to the sea. Young people come to Casa Museu to consult, talk to us and drink a little of our experience and the maturity of the culture that we take with a lot of love, Whoever comes to our house ties a cloth, plays batouk.
She's a forever student. She likes to learn. She likes to absorb. She likes to sit down and learn at the tree. As she says, you know, you sit at the tree and you get all the knowledge from the tree.
Angola's iconic Mama Africa is determined to pass on her rich cultural knowledge to all current and future generations. That's all for now. You can see this report again on the Special Angola page on Euronews.com.